This episode of Geek-men and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds was brought to you by our sponsors, Super 7 and Bulk Dominoes. Use code Masters of the Thunder Nerds at checkout so that way they know we sent you. And also the Madness Entertainment. It's all madness around here. How's it going, everybody? I'm Dustin.
I'm Zombie, and welcome back to another episode of It's Frickin' Figures.
That's right.
How you doing, Dustin?
I'm here. I'm hanging out. How's it going, Pops?
Hey, Pops.
It's another exciting day, right?
Yeah, another week gone by.
Yeah. It's
crazy. Weekend's never long enough for you people that don't have to work the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right, though. Hey, haters hating, friends succeeding. Eye of the tiger, baby. Eye of the tiger.
That's right. That's how we roll around here.
That's right.
Other than downhill.
Well, I say we get right into it, man. Let's get into what's in the box, because we got some pretty exciting things. I think you and I kind of got some of the same stuff here, so I'm gonna let you lead into it, and I'll just kind of join in.
Okay. Let's see where to start. Set this here. I think maybe. All right, don't move. All right, so we got our boxes from Lori Calcaterra, and she just had a Kickstarter. So I'll show what I have. We got the hoodie, Big James hoodie, that my wife really wanted. She was excited about this and absolutely adores it. She already wore the t-shirt to work. So that's upstairs somewhere. I don't know, but the hoodie's here for when she's ready to use it. And let's see. We got
a little bit of a cold snap coming too, I think, this week. So that'll work out.
Yeah. A Path of the Pale Rider little tote bag. So this is a cool thing. It was different than what I thought, but it all works out, I was expecting something a little smaller because she's not allowed to carry stuff around at work, so I thought it would be smaller that she could fit in. And April was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that," but we went ahead and ordered it, so we got it. What? How about you? What did you get?
I didn't get anything like that though, but I got some cool stuff too. I didn't get any kind of no wearables or anything, but I guess the main thing, is I got the books. So I did get 1 through 6. So I guess that was what was it, the catch-up tier or something? I don't remember what tier it was. I have not had the chance to read them because it has been super busy, and it's going to be another busy week ahead for me. So I don't know when I'll get the chance to sit down and enjoy them, but I definitely will get to that. I did get some other little pack-ins, though. The first thing is some stickers. So that was cool.
Yeah.
The chilling for a living sticker. I don't think that's the scratch and sniff. I don't know. Which one? So
there's one that. Yeah.
There we go. So I got that, and I think that's a tattoo.
Yep.
It's like a temporary tattoo. I got that came with it. I got the holographic Big James sticker.
Yeah.
And then there's some other ones. Maybe these are the scratch and sniff.
They look like it.
They're in the individual baggies.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's the scratch and sniff then. So that's interesting. It looks like there's.
Yep, that's the beer scented one.
Yep, the beer. Oh, I can kind of pick up a little bit of scent here on some of them just through the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the Path of the Pale sauce. And then I guess that's the
That's
zombie
the zombie flesh. Yeah.
flesh. It smells like root beer. Who knew? Zombies smell like root beer. So,
I also
okay,
got some of that here
that
as
was the
well.
first little. Oh, you got a lot more than I did.
Yeah.
Oh, I was cheap, I guess. I don't know. And then I got up to the current for the poker cards. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can show those or not, but I think I have up to current. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's it came with a little baggie. There's the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm not going to show those individually because I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not. And the piece de resistance.
Yeah.
I got the sauces.
Yeah.
All you people,
buddy.
where's the sauce? Here's the sauce.
Yep. I can match you.
So yeah, and just like the books, I've not had a chance to crack these open and try them. Dustin, I heard you did try some of them.
Yeah. I did. Let's see. Boom.
Came in the cool little stamped box. Yep. So there's the Meet Your Maker mango habanero.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then we have the heart-stopping jalapeno and serrano. Get that on camera there. And then, of course, the ever-famous
Path of the Pale sauce.
Pale sauce.
Yeah, that's the one I tried.
It is thick.
It is.
I can't wait. We might be having tacos tomorrow, so I might have to crack these open and give them a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Oh, I meant to upload. There's a hilarious picture I meant to share with you. Oh man, you got one of those?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So the day of my delivery, I didn't even know these things were being out delivered. Lori, she's such a sweetheart. She did message me and send me an email and all that kind of stuff. And it just got buried because my inbox is a nightmare to go through. And then if I miss a couple of days, forget it. It's going to be behind for a week. So she did send out the cards. Yeah, 9 so far.
Yeah.
I probably have all 9 then. Looking forward to building that deck. But yeah, no, the message. So she did notify me that my stuff was on the way. And she even said, it's a big box. So look out for it. The delivery, though, it's like, the only thing I can compare it to is anybody that's ever tried to take a picture of Bigfoot. It's grainy, it's blurry. I'm looking at it kind of sideways going, is that my doorstep? I can't tell. So the image was reversed. There's a foot in it on my doorstep, and it's just a blur. I'm going, what is that? So I meant to upload that and share that, but I totally blanked on it until just now because that was like a funny thing. I'm like, okay, it wasn't until after I figured out, okay, the image is reversed, and then I had to tilt it. I'm going, yeah, it is my doorstep, but there's a foot there. What's up with the foot?
He probably went like this and took a picture.
Yeah, dude just kind of set it down on the side of the house, propped his foot, and like hauled ass after he snapped it.
Yeah. Oh boy. So the Path of the Pale sauce is the one I tried, and it is extremely thick. I was confused. Like I was like, man, is it supposed to be this thick? Because I'm shaking this thing, shaking, and I couldn't get it out. I'm like, I'm trying to tap it, and then I tap it on the bottom, and I'm trying everything to get the sauce out. But yeah, it comes out very slow, but it is, like I said, it's I described it as
chunky.
It's sweet. At first bite, it's sweet, but then it gets a little tingly, and then it starts to heat up a little bit. But it's a nice sauce. I really enjoyed it. I haven't got to have it on too much. I put it on chicken, and it was so good.
We've been doing a lot of seafood and pizza lately because of the crazy busy schedule. The seafood, so it's crawfish season down here. And if you know anything about Louisiana culture, crawfish season's a pretty big deal. So we can only get it for a couple of months, so we get it as much as we can while we can. So, and that's already got a kick to it. So I don't want to add anything else to it. But then if there are any left over, they get made into dishes. We just did some crawfish fettuccine. We had the last time it was some crawfish etouffee that we made because we had some left over, and we're gonna get it again. Like, I don't know, this coming weekend, the weekend after that. I don't know. We got family coming down from the north, and they never get it up there. So it's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna have it again. So
it's good, but it can also be bad, if you get tired of it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, you can never get tired of it because depending on where you get it from, depending on who made it, the spice level is so different from place to place. But yeah, you can't get them when they're too little, and if you wait late in the season and they're really big, they're kind of tough to get out of the shell and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway, this ain't no cooking show. What else did you get, Dustin?
Okay, so I got I got a patch, and then some buttons, and just like the temporary tattoos and stuff. Really great stuff in here. And then I also got these koozies.
Oh.
And here are my cards. Oh no. Pardon me. Okay. And here are my stickers and all that. So I'm excited to get to finish building this. Hopefully soon.
She'll have another campaign starting up soon, I think.
Yeah, I think in July, she said. So looking forward to that. I got my koozie ready for my Mountain Dew. Baja Blast. Baja Blast is. And I got this really cool puzzle. Lola.
Oh.
And
nice.
Let's see if I can.
No. Oh. Oh, wow.
I don't know how many piece puzzle it is, but it's really cool. I love it. And there's the picture of it.
Man, you got a lot of stuff in yours. I just went bare bones, I guess.
Well, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if some of these were like just out of the kindness of her heart freebies, or if I just didn't read the tier correctly, or I don't
know. Dustin, you just went through it like, that one.
Well, I know I ordered the ketchup tier because I got that. Oh, I also ordered the sad pancake cover.
Oh, okay.
So we had that cover as well. So I got the ketchup tier, and then I ordered that individual cover. Okay. So
yeah, that wasn't one of the ones that I got. So, speaking of sad pancake, I got to get started on those. I gotta find the time to carve those puppies up.
Yeah. And okay, so the other thing I got. Moving on, that was the Kickstarter from Lori Calcaterra. Awesome package. Yeah. Lovely campaign. Really need to go back it if you haven't done that. Watch out for our next Kickstarter. It comes out in July, I believe. So it's very cool, and there's so much cool merch, and it's awesome. But another indie creator I got Escargot.
Hey, came in.
Yeah. It came in. It was supposed to be delivered by September. And guess what? It's not September and I have it in hand already. So this is the kind of thing that you can expect from indie creators. And out of the kindness of his heart, he went ahead and threw in out of his own pocket, instead of like the paper tiles or whatever there was going to be. He gave us, everyone these nice thick hard tiles. So yeah, that's really cool.
Nice.
And of course I got the cute little snails.
The deluxe edition.
Yeah. So yeah, we've played already. I beat the kids, and then I haven't had a chance to play with them again yet. But so I ordered that, and
so all of. Well, I want to ask you something here. So that game, all of his pieces, everything that he's got there, that's all made here
in America,
United States. So you're not going to get a price hike from tariffs for anything like that, which is really cool. So I don't. Are those still available for purchase? Does he have a site you can go to through the Kickstarter maybe, or his own?
Yeah, on his own, laughingrogue.com. I believe you can order it. I'm not 100% sure, but you won't get the clear snail tiles, the snail pieces. They're just regular tokens. Those were Kickstarter exclusive. So, but
Very cool.
Yeah. Nice. And so I'm really into deck building games. So I picked up Gods of Metal, another one of his games. And it's okay. So you have been chosen by the gods of metal to stand and defend reality against the hordes of demons and their vicious overlords. You and up to 4 other band members will take the stage in a game where you build up the decibels, create music, and unleash the power of metal. So it's a fun little deck building game, and I haven't got to play this yet because I'm anal and I want to sleeve them all because I like to protect my cards and stuff. So, plus I don't have anyone to play with. I know he has stuff that you can play on one-on-one or just on your own, but still, I want to play it for fun and do it the right way. So first I got to do sleeves, and then I'm going to play it, and it's going to be fun.
All cool.
Yep. So that's everything I got. Yeah. Yep. Everything I got.
Okay. Well, I'll take it over from here then. For the next thing I want to mention here is this really cool shirt that I got. I got this from Anthony Velez of Noble Bear Customs, and this shirt was for a good cause. He currently resides in Puerto Rico, and he does a lot of like animal rescue for strays and everything over there. And if you like this, if you like one of these, and there's a portion of the proceeds are going to go to like the animal shelters to help rescue strays. You can go to his site. Dustin, if you will, bring up my share screen because I've got that pulled up. It's at noblebearcustoms.com. And this is kind of this is what you'll see when you open up the page. But he does sell 3D prints, but right now he only has the swag option open. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the page where he's got, there's some cups, there's the shirts, there's different varieties that you can pick from. If you don't like the dog symbol, he's also got like a Punisher cat skull kind of thing going on down there too. He must have added that one later because I didn't see that one. I probably would have bought that one too if I'd have seen it. But I follow him on Instagram, Facebook. So when he posted his picture of him wearing the shirt and what he was going to do and set it up, everybody was like, dude, where do we get them? Where do we go? And I was one of them. I'm like, yep, tell me where to go. So I picked up one, and I can't tell you which one it was, but you know, if you don't want the black, there's colors that you could choose from. Let me pick on this first one here. So yeah, so you can see there's a multitude of colors here that you can choose from if black is not your thing. It's very comfortable. It breathes. It's nice. It's really nice. It's a nice shirt. These are not shipped from Puerto Rico. They're shipped somewhere from out of Texas.
Okay.
So it's here in the United States. Mainland United States. So you're not going to have to worry about, any kind of import fees or, again, tariff charges or anything for something like this. And, a portion of the proceeds go to a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't love animals, But they have...
I don't like animals.
But yeah, like I said, there's a couple different styles that you can choose from. Of course, they're all... one's like ultra cotton, and another one's a tri-blend. So depending on what type of shirt that you're most comfortable in, you can go there. And if you do, tell them Zombie sent you.
That's right.
Because I'm like that. So that was one of the other things. Oh, geez, there's so much. I'm trying to. Okay, where do I go next? So I got around to opening up.
Oh, nice!
My little Wicket. He's a little fella too. He's itty bitty. He's this is the second Ewok.
Yeah.
That I've gotten. That I've opened.
You have low gray, right?
I think so. I don't know. There's one of them that I don't have. So he's like, yeah, you can see he's like under 3 inches. Yeah. He's tiny. Black Series, So I had to get him because we had a little dog, a little Shih Tzu, and we got him when he was a little puppy. And they sent us a picture of him, and immediately I said, he looks like Wicket from Star Wars. So it stuck. And that was that we named him Wicket,
Yeah.
So I had to. Where else do I want to go? Okay. I also got
Banshee, huh?
Yep, Banshee from Marvel Legends. This is from that weird series that they did, the little mini comics. With the other characters on the back. I almost picked up the Miles because I saw him too, but I mean I've got one, and all he does is just sit up here on the shelf. So whatever. This one is a little bit special because he was a missing piece to a team that I almost didn't realize that I had updates to. So you'll notice here at the top it says Giant Size X-Men. So back in the day, there was a box set that was created by Toy Biz.
Yeah.
And how that was going to be my next share, and I don't know what happened here. Chose the wrong site to try and share from. That's what happened. So no, Toy Biz. This was back in the 5-inch figure days. So this was pre-Marvel Legends.
How's it going, Sam?
Hey, what's happening? Let me go through my share screen process again. So I'm heading over to a website called The Fwoosh. And so these are the figures that were included in that box set.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see here Banshees all over off to the side. I had all these other figures in these actual looks. So they did eventually re-release these figures in the Marvel Legends under Hasbro just over time. Some of them came in 2-packs and some of them were single releases. But it wasn't until after I had started trying to build another team that I realized, hey, I've almost got giant size X-Men box set rebuilt with the modern figures. So the other team I'm referring to is from the arcade game, the X-Men arcade game. And it's called like Children of the Atom or something like that. So I had built that team, and of course I think it's got like the Colossus and Nightcrawler. I don't remember if that Storm is in that game. I think it's just Dazzler. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm so unprepared to talk about that. I'm gonna just stick with the giant size X-Men box set here. You can go to their website and read their little write-up if you want, but here's what the box looked like with the figures inside it. Off to the left here is the front of the box.
Yeah.
Then you got the back of the box and the figures seated inside the box in the little comic panels. Honestly, the only reason why I bought this box set back in the day was because it had Nightcrawler in it and that Colossus.
Yeah.
But I grew to love the other figures, and I still have these figures somewhere. Not still in the box, of course.
Somewhere.
Right. But I still do have them. And, who knows, over the next few weeks or something, I might start digging through. And when I come across them and find that box again, I'll probably put them back in the box. But it's interesting that they've eventually released all of these characters in those looks in the modern line.
Yeah.
And you're able to recreate some of these things. I mean, back in its time, these were like, oh my God, these are so great, but now by today's standards, it's like, yikes.
Right.
But yeah, no, when they announced this wave here of the comic series for under the Hasbro Marvel Legends, and they announced this Banshee, people were like, oh, why that character? And I was probably the only one going, yes, he's the last one I needed. And they had released him previously as part of a box set, but he was blue and yellow instead of green and yellow. So he was part of that, blue and yellow team that they had.
Yeah.
Oops. Here I go again. Pirate ship. What? I didn't click on nothing for pirate ship. I don't know how that popped up. Sorry. But yeah, no, this was the star of the box for me, was Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
It was just such a really great sculpt at the time. And previously, the only other Nightcrawlers that they had were from like Excalibur team, and then like the OG, old one with the suction cups on him.
Yeah.
There was one more, I think, that was like it was like from some Water Wars line or something like that. But it wasn't that classic, costume. And at the time, I was collecting the 5-inch figures to, team build X-Men team and stuff, and then, okay, so is it Warpath? Or
it's Warpath.
Yeah, but there's two of them that get called. There's two different characters that look similar. One, one's father and the other's a son. And one's called Warpath and the other Thunderbird. That's it.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
Father is Thunderbird.
Right.
Son is Warpath. And then, of course, Firestar. This one had a little bit of reuse on it, I believe, from one of the Goblin figures. It was either Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. No, it was Hobgoblin. It was a Hobgoblin figure from the Spider-Man line.
Yeah,
because he had that he had the scales sculpted into his costume design there. So yeah, it was really exciting for me to see them announce that Banshee figure, and then of course Storm in her go-go outfit. Yeah, no. So I'm not really a big team, builder, creator, but when I'm like this close, it's like, yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. Plus, I had really fond memories of this particular box set.
Yeah,
growing up. So it was kind of like that sweet spot. It hit. It's like, yeah, okay, I got to do it.
Yeah, I can get that.
So there was that, and then let's see where to next. I've been doing a lot of wheeling and dealing on the Mythic Legions parts, and I was able to put together a couple of. This is from the
nice.
Graveyard Skeleton set. So these are the like grayish kind of versions of them. So it's not like the bone color. And then, of course, I got some of the other little accessories here. There's the jack-o'-lantern head and a bunch of the hands.
Nice.
They're supposed to come with and whatnot. Piecemealed those back together. So that's just, where people are saying, hey, I got some parts for sale, just trying to make some extra cash or whatever. So I'm scrolling and I'm like, yep, I want those and I want that and I want that. And then I knew somebody else that was selling like the torso and the hips. So I'm like, yeah, dude, I need those. I've got so much around me. I'm trying to figure out where to go next. Okay. Been holding on to these for a few weeks, so I'm going to share them tonight. I did get some of the Armory Experience Knights. So these are not the con versions from Legion's Con. These are the ones that they have on sale on Store Horseman. Some of them are still available right now, so if you go over to Store Horseman, you can pick some of these up. This is the Heroic Red Knight. I don't know. They don't really have names. It's just
and they're not supposed to either. But
it's not really like a metallic finish. It's got kind of like it's not matte either. It's just kind of this semi-gloss kind of cool finish. So I picked this one up because it reminded me of just kind of that Bram Stoker's Dracula armor kind of thing. And I've got a head that I plan on painting that's going to make it look even more like that. And I did open him up. You'll notice the ties aren't on him. So working on that paint match. I got the Heroic Purple.
Oh, nice.
So this one has a little bit of history. They created this one as kind of an homage to one of the first knights that they showed off at the Toypocalypse show back in like 2014, 2015, something like that. And though it's not the exact parts that they used back then, these are the newer body parts. So it's updated, which I'm fine with. But the cool thing about that is they actually took that, because they still have that original prototype on display at their headquarters. They took that original out of the display case to make a paint match for it. So this is the actual color of that figure from that display, which it was, to hear them talk about it, it was just some knight that they randomly, cobbled together and painted just to kind of stick in the background for the show. It was never meant to be like an actual character. And then of course I had to get the green one. So this is that nice emerald green kind of knight. And this one kind of almost has a little bit of history too. While it's not exactly that Jade Knight that we all kind of voted on back in the first Kickstarter for the blood armor, which turned out to be named Vorgus Vermilius. This green really came in a close second during the color vote. And while, again, this is not exactly like what that prototype was back then, this is kind of a nod, an homage to that kind of green. We finally get a full armored green knight, from all those years ago. And then, of course, now some of these I did not purchase a bunch of these. These were some that I kind of worked out in trade, did some work in trade for kind of stuff. This being one of them, I got one of the gunmetal, which this one is sold out. So this one's not available anymore. But it's got that nice gunmetal finish to it. And this has some of those leather parts.
Yep.
So I got that one, and the second one that they did.
Oh, nice.
Also gunmetal. So some of these will not be staying stock, and that's the beauty of the Armory Experience nights is they do have detail in there. Let me show you on one of the other ones real quick. So you'll notice, like even here on the green one, if you get real close, that chainmail in the joints and stuff are not, so it's not fully green. So they did do all the little rivets and stuff on it. So he's not just, these aren't just solid color figures. There's wash on them and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So they've got detail in it. So if you're looking at the site and you're going, oh, why do I want a knight that's all one solid color? Well, technically, they're not all one solid color.
Right.
Once you get them in hand, pictures just don't do them justice. They're beautiful, beautiful figures. Fun to mix and match and customize and all that. I forgot to show off I knew I was going to do that. Wicket came with a bunch of the little accessories and stuff.
Nice.
There's a bow. There's an arrow in there somewhere. It's hiding. There it is. He's got a couple of little clubs and stuff. But I have him with the spear. Let's see. What else? Okay. For this one, I'm going to have to break out the lap board here so I can set the box on. Going back to Anthony Velez, he showed off some stuff, and forgive me, I can't remember who sculpted these pieces, but when he showed them, I'm like, I have to have those. And I've already fitted some figure parts on these, so just kind of look past that. He showed off some turtle sculpts.
Oh.
Okay. So, like I said, I've already put some, there's an arm and some legs on this one already.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Those are insane. I want them.
I immediately messaged him. I said, I want now. So there were several options. There's also one here, and I'm giving kind of a preview here of some of the parts I've popped on it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, a snapping turtle type of shell. There was also one that was kind of like a tortoise with a longer neck, and I think there was one more. I don't remember. I could be misremembering that. But it's not just the shells that he had.
Heck yeah.
So you got the head. That's one of the heads.
Oh, okay. Yep.
That one's got a little bandana action going on, and there is a plug in here for like the tie where it ties at. There's another one that he sent me. This one's got a different type of mask action going on.
Okay.
And that one also has a thing in the back for the bandana ties. And then, oops. Just drop that. Hopefully it didn't break. Nah, his resin's usually pretty tough.
Oh, nice.
Feet. So I am going to have to doctor these a little bit to get them to stay on.
Okay.
Because they're loose. The feet. Let's see where we go.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. This is going to be this one particularly is a special project I'll be working on. I'm not going to say too much about it yet. But yeah, he's not going to be a Ninja Turtle. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of people that are probably going to go Ninja Turtle wise with some of these parts. He's currently not offering them on his site. So even though I took you to his site with the shirts and all that kind of stuff, I do know that he is planning on moving sometime soon. So it's not going to be until after he makes his move that he's going to probably offer 3D parts again. But his resin he uses is some of the best I've ever come across. Like with these shells, especially. I've had 3D printed just torsos and stuff, and they felt so brittle in your hand because they were so hollow. These are very thick walled. while they are hollow, the like his arm, there's enough tension in there to where it doesn't. You try to do something with it, you try to hold it up, and it flops down immediately because it's so loose.
Yeah.
It's staying up by itself. I didn't
Yeah.
alter this in any kind of way, and it fits really snug.
Nice.
And then the same with like this is a whole ass bottom of the figure here. Look, it's it's tight. You heard the pop?
Yeah.
Like that
Wow.
plugs in under there, and it's snug. So
Yeah.
there's no cracking. It fits like you would expect it to. And you'll end up having full range of motion with something like this.
Yeah.
Now, there are other people out there that are going to offer these pieces. I can't speak for them. I don't know the type of resin that they use, but not all resin is created equal in the 3D printing world.
Yeah.
But I can personally vouch for Anthony's stuff and Noble Bear Customs. It's top notch. He does really good stuff, and he will actually take some of those 3D models that he offers for sale, and he'll either fix it or he'll get the artist to go back in if something doesn't quite fit right or something. So a lot of the stuff it'll give you that nice satisfying pop fit like I showed here with this. So he's got really good stuff when he does offer it, but he's like I said, he's going to be moving really soon. So I don't know. I'll probably keep you updated on that whenever if he offers stuff like that for anybody that might be interested. Was there anything else? I think I got through it.
That's a miracle.
I think I did. I mean, of course, I could show more, but I'm not gonna.
And that's our show.
Save something next week, Let's see. You got anything you wanna talk about?
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of burnt out on the way of figures. I'm trying to rediscover my love again. Like I don't know. But
I've been so busy. I've not stayed on top of toy news or anything like that. I do have. I mean, I don't have any pictures pulled up. I did save some images, but time is always so short here for me.
yeah.
I did get a notification that the Horseman, the All Stars 6 Plus is, if it's not on the water already, it's about to be on the water. So if you ordered an all-in, this is kind of the additional wave for the Necronominous wave, if you're following them and all that kind of stuff. And that's the line that had all the, like the skeletons, like these guys here, the Maxilius, the Harvester, the Tuberculi, these bony boys. That's the wave where those just came out, and people are having a ball, mixing, matching, creating all kinds of crazy things. There's more of that coming in All Stars 6 Plus. So within the next couple of months, they're going to be starting to, get into people's hands and everything. Unfortunately, I was not able to do an all-in for that, so I've got to wait a little bit longer to get the ones that I did order. I just kind of picked and choose, like, the new stuff is what I pretty much bought. So with the All-Stars waves, what they do is they re-release some of those older characters that are a little harder to find. Some of them go up for fan votes, so the fans get to choose which ones get released. And then some of them, they say, well, this one hadn't been released in a while, so we're gonna re-release him. One of them being the Calavian, the red skeleton. That's gonna start showing up in people's hands, which I'm kind of surprised because of the way that one's bio reads, the bio to the figure. It's not supposed to be like a standalone red skeleton. Like the only other red skeleton parts that we've gotten in the line was from the Pelvicus figure that was a tribute figure to some person, to somebody else, and it was just the skull. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
So there should be more red skeletons if you go to their website and read what the bio says. I don't know. That's just me, but I'm being picky, I guess. So I didn't get any of those re-released figures because I've got the originals.
Yeah.
So, but there are people that they'll get them anyway, and they'll kind of retire. They'll repackage their original figures and just like archive them or sell them to somebody that wanted the originals. Because when they re-release these, they're the joint systems over time during the manufacturing processes, the molds kind of wear out, so they have to go in and either cut new molds or alter the existing ones to make the articulation tighter again. So on some of those original figures, they can be a little loosey-goosey, like in the hips or certain other areas. But so they'll go through and they'll redo them and tighten those up. Some say that the paint jobs are better. Some of them are. I can attest to that. So I mean, that's just kind of shows the progression of the line.
Yeah.
But then there's people that are like, well, they're putting all this new stuff out now. I don't want the old stuff. I'm just going to go after the new stuff, which is totally cool too. Like I can see everybody's take on it. So within, I would say mid-June, people are probably going to start seeing those all-ins, people that bought those, because those got, when they made the announcement, those were going to be the only ones that were being shipped over due to the tariff situation. So they were going to hold off all the other orders, like the single orders or like orders like mine, where I just picked and choose certain characters. They were going to hold off and wait on that. And then when the tariff agreement came through, where it was going to drop down to like 30% from 149%, they said, okay, yeah, we're jumping on that. We're getting the rest of them shipped. Those will probably be in the warehouse by maybe, I would say, mid to late July. And then they're going to start shipping those out to people. So by August, I will probably have the ones that I cherry picked from that line.
Nice.
That's also about the time when they're going to announce the street date for those. So if you completely missed them, you didn't pre-order anywhere, some of their approved retailers are going to have extra stock. And I say that sparingly because they're not going to be like
Abundant.
a whole lot out there to grab. So,
Yeah.
The big guys like Big Bad Toy Store, they kind of operate on their own. Theirs get shipped separately anyway. They're probably going to have the most out of all of the approved retailers, but like your smaller individual places, like Wolf King Customs and One Stop Toy Shop, I think is another one. And, all those other little places that you might not really be familiar with, they'll get a few extras, but they're not really going to have like a ton. So if you see something you like and you got the money for it, you might want to grab it. Because even like at some of the shows that the Horsemen are going to, they're not really bringing a whole lot of extras of the new stuff to give the retailers a chance to sell what they have.
Yeah, guess you'll have that. So
there is something else that I wanted to share. And Dustin, I saw this on one of your stories. So I was like, ooh, okay. I should probably mention this. Let's see. I don't know where it's at, so I'm gonna have to hunt. I have to hunt for this. Oh, there it is. First one. Okay. We're gonna go back to the Brutal Realm Kickstarter. So here it is. If you go through, it looks like they still have the late backing open.
Nice.
So, but they showed off this bad boy here.
Yeah, the thing is so sick. I want it so
So,
bad.
oh yes, yes, all the way, yes. This is badass.
Yeah, it is.
They did a really great job here with this, and
So amazing.
it's everything that I hoped that they would have done, and they did.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's glorious.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Mwah.
And I'm drawing a blank here on this dude's name, but General Grimskull.
Yeah.
So their latest update says we are moving forward with production and getting the molds made to start producing the figures this year. That, of course, entails the optimistic view that the tariffs will lessen considerably soon in order for us to produce them and ship them to the U.S., where the vast majority of backers are. Creating the figures in the U.S. or any other country is not viable for us nor any of our backers to get the figures at the price and quality that we advertised at this time. We thank you for your understanding and patience at this time, as it is thrown a wrench into our plans. However, we are also planning contingencies as to not delivering these figures to the people that backed us is wait. However, we are also planning contingencies as not delivering these figures to the people that backed us is not an option. That's kind of a weird sentence. I might not be reading that right. I'm sorry. Below are the newest renders of General Grimskull, which we just took a look at, as this design has been finalized. Newly designed sword and sheath, cape designed by C. Jessam, and removable armor. These renders are more than just visual candy. They are design guides for the factory. So they are steps forward in production. Sorry. More renders are being made, but we didn't want to get too far into May without an update. The Shard are coming, and after that, 3 more characters. Let's see, Uruk, Owl King, and Khan. Before we finish our totally new body for Athena and the female warriors, who are hopeful we will ship the Brutal Beast figures the beginning of next year. I think there's some typos in this. I'm sorry. Once again, thank you for the continued support. Hopefully, you're happy with this update, and will follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more the rest of the month. Yeah, there's they might have typed that in a hurry. Anyway, Eye Candy, he's cool.
Yeah, he is.
Go grab one if you didn't already. Like I said, they've still got late backing open from the looks of it. Let me try this again, because the last time I clicked on it, my computer wouldn't let me do it. Yes! Okay, there we go. Finally. So here's what it looks like. You can go in and pick up any of the figures from the campaign that were funded, the stretch goals that were met. There's a ton here, and these figures are big. They are badass.
Yep.
You need some. There's the Lord Lion Lord action figure.
Yep.
We're big fans
My
of that
action figure.
Yeah. Looks like some bundles are still available.
Nice.
Some of them are all gone, it looks like. That's prototype stuff. So yeah, nope. Go get you some brutal figures.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that's it.
Well, I have one thing that I want to show real quick. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
This thing
Tell
is
us what this is.
This is a Mumra. And here's a picture of the loadout. And, oh, man.
It's not just Mumra. It's Mondo Mumra.
Well, yeah. It's Mondo Mumra. I mean, it's one that I definitely want to get, but I won't be getting.
But Mondo toys, if you're not familiar, they're bigger scale. you know,
112 scale.
definitely. But
1/6. Yeah, or no, 112. Yeah.
112 is like 6-7 inch, so it's actually
Okay, so
1/6 scale.
1/6. Yeah. Oh, duh! It says so right here in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
I don't know why my mind was blinking.
It's numbers. Numbers aren't numbering. No, but they're always super detailed, and they always end up, sprinkling in some new cool design with some of their stuff. All their stuff looks absolutely wonderful. If I collected that scale, I'd be all over these things. They're killer. Absolutely home runs, every single one of them.
Yep. And they're amazing. I mean, and this is a different Mumra face, but I mean, it looks really rough and haggard and all like
and that's what I mean. They always put something a little new in there. It's like, okay, well, here's the classic design, but we've got some design tweaks of our own. We're gonna toss it. They did that with a bunch of the Masters of the Universe stuff.
Yeah, they did that with Lion-O too.
Not Purple, Panther. Purple, Jesus Christ. No, but Battle Cat and Panther and like I said, with He-Man and Lion-O and all the
Lion-O had like the animal looking mouth face and cat like
right.
And it was I was not a fan of it, but you can obviously use another head.
It all looks cool though. So and they, it's got options. So if you don't like everything it comes with, you don't have to use it. Use whatever you like.
That's right.
So,
but
do we have any exciting shows coming up? Any new Kickstarters from the network that we want to bring up before we head out?
So, well, tomorrow I'll be interviewing with Addie. We'll be interviewing Ralph Madrigal. So that's fun. He has a Kickstarter for his issue 3. And I mean, it's going to be fun. And so there's that. And then later on in the week will be Novocaine and Havoc. We'll be watching and reviewing on ADHD Theater. So, that's what we have going on so far on the network. And, of course, you can stay tuned in the after credits. You'll see every show on the network. So, exciting stuff. But that's all from us today. You have any last words?
Go buy some cool toys.
Yep. All right. Until next time, Thunder Nerds Ho!
Click on the tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Hey! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens day.